from an engineering standpoint, I like to look at foods on various types of continuums or scales, if you will. Like, what is their inflammation potential to a human, the average human body? So on one end, you might have animal products like wild pastured cow on one end and beef. And on the other end, you might have GMO, highly pesticide sprayed wheat. And they're on a continuum, and you have all these other foods that fall in the middle. I think legumes are more complex and potentially higher on the inflammation scale, but there's other scales, and that includes a nutrient density scale, that includes a fermentation scale. And so if we don't say that foods are right or wrong, instead we just try to objectively look at what are the qualities of these foods for humans, I think we can have a better conversation. So I would say that legumes have some anti-nutrients in them. They have some fermentation potential. They can be difficult for a large percentage of an average human population. And so you can do things like you alluded to. And our ancestors. I also like what you said earlier when you look back to like what did we do before we had refrigeration? What did we do before we had electric and gas stoves ready to go every day, and microwaves and air fryers and whatever else? What happened? Well, there was a lot of soaking and sprouting sometimes of legumes and beans. They worked to kind of pre-break them down. They'd also cook them for a really long time, usually sometimes. It depends on where you live in the world and what your lineage is and how they did these types of things, but you can also ferment various things. So your question, can we do things to our food to make it easier to eat and get the nutrients and maybe less upsetting to our gut and our farting? Then yes, the answer is definitely yes. And the question is, do you want to do those steps, or do you just not want to eat beans? There's lots of other foods that are highly nutrient dense and don't have the same potential issues for your body.